Torah time! The weekly portion. What's it all about? It really means something. What can it teach me? Turn it. Everything's in it.
Hi, welcome to Torah time. I'm Rabbi Stephanie Shore. This week's portion is called Mishpatim, and it's in the book of Exodus. Now, this portion is very well known because it is filled with laws. Mishpatim means laws. There are 23 commandments and 30 prohibitions, things you can't do. That means 53 mitzvot. That's a lot in one portion. And we're going to focus on a couple of them. Now, in this portion, it says that if you lend money to your neighbor and you take the neighbor's garment as security, then you can hold the garment during the day, but at night you must return the garment to the lender. Why is that? Why do you think that during the day you can hold on to the garment, but at night you have to give it back? You think you know? Well, the garment was very important in those days because at night, when the sun went down, it got cold, and so the garment would keep the lender warm. And we weren't allowed to hold on to that garment because the person could end up being cold. And God is a gracious God, and that is why God made this commandment. Wow, that is really something special in our portion this week. The other thing that I want to mention to you is it says if you come across your enemy's donkey or bull, you need to return it. In other words, if the donkey or bull is just wandering around and it belongs to someone you really, really don't like, you need to give it back. Wow. Can you imagine? Let's say you walk into your classroom and you have class, and then after class, you see someone that you really, really don't like left their really super nice jacket on the chair. And you say to yourself, well, nobody's here. Nobody would know if I took it or if I left it there. And I don't really like that person. They've been kind of mean to me. And not only were they mean to me, they were mean to my friends. Nah, I'm just going to leave it there. Some of us might choose to do that because if someone's not nice to you, why would you want to help them? But in the Torah portion this week, it says, even if it's your enemy, you need to return it. Wow. So next time we see something that might have been left by someone else, even if that someone is someone who we don't really like, we got to give it back. There's also something very interesting in this portion. It says this: if you curse your mother or your father, you should be put to death. Whoa! What? You mean if I just curse my mom or dad? That's what it says in the portion. Can you imagine that back then we could not even utter a word against our mother or our father? Now, of course, that's not true for us today. We're not going to be put to death. But you know, it says in the Torah, in the 10 Commandments, we should honor our father and our mother. And now we have this law to kind of underline that or back it up. So the next time we get upset with our mom or dad, which happens often, we need to remind ourselves, you know, that's not what Jewish tradition teaches. We need to respect our mom and dad, and we need to honor them. And one of the reasons we could get upset for our mom or our dad is because they lay down rules for us. They lay down kind of laws for us. And sometimes we don't like some of the laws. But those laws, the rules that our moms and dads put in place for us, are there to protect us. And ultimately, they only want the best for us. So when we get upset about some rule or some law our parents have made, we need to remember that they did it to protect us. And that's what these laws in Mishpatim are all about. They're to protect us and to protect others from our behavior. Wow, it's another week of a fantastic lesson from the Torah. And even though the Torah was written ages and ages ago, it relates to our lives today. We can learn so much when we study Torah. Well, thanks for stopping by. That's our Torah time for today. Shalom.
Torah time, the weekly portion. What's it all about? It really means something. What can it teach me? Turn it, everything's in it.